Good morning. Hello. 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 Welcome in. Thank you, everyone who's here for stopping in. Thank you for being up this morning. We know what time it is. It is 4:30. It is the waking hour. Let's get up, people. Let's get at it. I'm out here every morning doing my thing. I want to appreciate those who have been here before. I want to appreciate those who are returning visitors. I want to say thank you to you all for being up this morning. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here. And let's get started. As you know, this is the waking hour. We spend the next 30 minutes getting up, getting connected, getting prepared for our day, getting centered, understanding our purpose. For those of us who are ending our day, also keeping in mind as we end our day that our purpose is still the same. Our purpose is always us. So let me see you drop a let's go in the chat. I'm up and I'm ready. I'm up and I'm out. Let's go ahead and get those comments into the chat just so I know that everyone is out there. We're up this morning. We're ready to go. As always, the focus is on you, discipline, purpose, and understanding that any achievements, any work that we do, any growth that we see is all by design. It is intentional. It is not accidental. It is based on our work and our effort. And that's what we want to be doing out here this morning is we want to be focused on work, effort, growth. For my first time visitors, welcome in. This is what we do here in the morning, guys. Let me see you go ahead and drop a I'm up in the chat. Let me know that you're up here, you're ready, you're out here today. This is the same place you will find me every day at 4:30 in the morning until 5. We are making this walk. We're taking this walk. We are on this walk for a purpose. Understanding purpose is important. Understanding how to maintain your walk, maintain your purpose, stay in your groove is always, always, always important. Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Thank you. Please, please drop a comment uh, into the feed, a like and a share. If I'm just your wake up in the morning, remember to put I'm up in the chat, like, and then let's have a great day. It's always good to be up. This walk is 30 minutes. On this walk, prior to this being a thing that I would share with others, I would think on this walk. Um, and I found quite oftentimes when thinking, um, if you don't control what you're thinking, how you're thinking, and what you're thinking about, the brain can go to a bad place quickly. And that bad place is based on mindset, people. What is your mindset around the things you want to achieve? What is your mindset around your purpose and your capability? And if your mindset isn't correct, then you will do things, you will have behaviors, you will respond in ways um, that are detrimental to where you're trying to go. We don't want to see that for anyone. I'm here, I'm up this morning, I'm out on this walk because I know what it's like to be lost, people. I've been lost. I was lost as a young man for a long time. And then early on in my life, when I was lost, it was everybody else's fault. It had to be. I was too young for me being lost, being my fault. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? If you're up, please drop a I'm up in the chat and a thumbs up and a share on the video because we're doing our walk and talk. And what I'm talking about right now and what I'm sharing with you guys right now. Good morning, everyone. What I'm sharing this morning, thank you very much, is about me being lost as a young man. And then, as I was taught by society at that time, I shouldn't have to wait for anything. We've grown more and more impatient as a culture, as a species, in terms of wanting everything instantly, in terms of wanting no delays to our gratification. We need it now. I've done the work long enough. It's interesting because there is a degree, and we try to blame it on generations and say that, oh, it's this generation's fault or that generation's fault. And I've told you guys before, I do not like putting people into groups. I do not like referring people as in groups because it's separational. I understand for some science processes, they like to look at things in terms of groups to see if you can extrapolate certain data specific to those groups. But when it comes to us understanding ourselves and the world around us, we cannot put people in groups. It is diminishing, all right? And in order for us to truly appreciate each other, appreciate ourselves, we have to start to see ourselves outside of the groups, guys. We have to stop looking at people as members of groups. It is what they do to divide us. And they've done it for years. And who is they? They are the people who understand that they need a workforce for their businesses. They need people to do the work for them. They need people to be available for them to pay a low wage in order to get their services completed for whatever their life is, however they want their life to run. That's who they is. And so if you don't have a purpose for your life, trust me, someone else does. And if you're not living your purpose, if you're not serving your purpose for your life, then you're serving a purpose for someone else's. It is not even a question, people. It is how the world works. And so, how do we fix that? Well, delayed gratification. There are a number of different ways we go through this delayed gratification process. But the major thing is, as we go through it, we have to understand that when I talk about the four pillars of discipline, patience and perseverance being two of those pillars, that's where you learn your delayed gratification. You have to understand patience is simple. Patience is stating that as things are difficult, as things are challenging, you understand that it takes time for you to achieve your goal and that you should not panic and continue to do the work as you have done. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for stopping in. Please drop a like, a thumbs up, a share, and I appreciate all the comments. And so what happens is when you're able to understand and realize that what you want takes time, then you're able to take that time. You're able to develop patience and the perseverance. Thank you very much. The perseverance, that is Jennifer Darden. Thank you for the like and the subscribe. Please join every morning at 4:30 out here on our wake up call to get us up and ready for the day, to get us started with a spark of knowing we're not alone. So that delayed gratification part, as I was speaking about, requires for the second part to be perseverance. What perseverance is the application of that patience under difficult situations. So when we are under a demanding situation, or our sense of urgency states that we need these results faster than we're currently getting them, that is a point when we start to think about changing course, doing something different, taking steps to try to accelerate our process. All of these things, shortcuts, they're all attempts to get the gratification we want now, mostly driven by fear, an expectation that we've set that it's taking too long. So we try to push in ways that are not consistent with our behaviors or consistent with our values, and that creates an issue. So, how do we do better? How do we be better? Starts with getting up, realizing that what we're doing is for a purpose. We're not just randomly or repetitiously getting up. We're not just doing things because there's something to do. We're doing it because we understand the purpose. We understand the value. We understand the greater good that we're working towards within our own lives. So we get up and we get started. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter that you've been working at this now for a number of months or a number of years. We understand the purpose. We believe in our goal. And this is not blindly believing in our goal. This is understanding that we have work, we have a plan, and we're about getting started. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you for the like. I am looking into the chat, guys, because I do share on my walk in the chat in terms of information about the talk. Anyone who would like to share uh, anything that they're experiencing and how they're feeling this morning as we get started, I'd like to hear from you. Please, if you're up and you're using this as your wake up call, please put a I'm up in the chat and the thumbs up as we continue to move forward. This is a 30-minute call. For those of you who are here on a regular basis, you already know that this process for me is a part of my morning workout routine, and that I walk for 30 minutes and then I run back home to my family. That's what I do, people. Um, that's for me. There are different routines for different people, but make sure the routine you're setting up is for your purpose. Do not be afraid to get up and get to your work. There are a lot of different challenges that we may see in life based on things that we want. One of the things that we have to understand in order to build true wealth, and I'm talking about wealth in terms of your time and your freedom, you have to understand how the world around you works, and you have to understand who you are and how you work. And once you start working on who you are and how you work, being able to develop wealth, being able to develop a routine and a process that allows for discipline to be your driving force, you can then use discipline as a weapon and point it at anything to get it achieved. And this is what we do when we get up. The repetition of being able to repeat behaviors so that we're able to understand this is a building block for discipline, and that discipline is the foundation for success. It's where we work on obtaining mastery, understanding that it won't happen overnight. We can light this flame. We can get up in the morning. We can go for the run. We can do a lot of things in repetition. We can do a lot of things consistently, and we often do it for other people. We have to do it for our own lives. We have to see value in our own lives. We have to see ourselves with a purpose, and we have to get up and we have to start working on it. We have to understand that in order for us to achieve, in order for us to grow, in order for us to become who we are purposed to be, we need to be about the action. We can't sit back and wait for somebody else to come past and drag you to your success. Can't wait for somebody else to come through and make you think the way that is best for you. We all have a mindset. It doesn't matter whether you think you have one or not. We all have a mindset. And our mindset is where we draw from to determine what our ability is, where we're supposed to be in life, what we're capable of. Mindsets used to be referred to as a dream. What do the dreamers want to do? Les Brown, many years ago, had a talk where he shared on his talk the mindset of belief that something is possible and that something can be done. And then he shared the story of the first man to run a mile under 4 minutes and how it changed the mindset of the people as a collective within the group, where humanity had come to accept that the limitations of the human body were to not be able to run a mile in less than 4 minutes until someone did it. If you're sitting here believing you can't achieve something because no one else has ever achieved it, or no one in your family has achieved it, or you don't know anybody who's ever done it. If your belief, if your mindset is shaped by this ain't what we do in Memphis, if that's how your mindset is shaped, if that's how your belief is shaped, it's going to show in your behaviors and in your engagement. You have already made yourself a part of a collective that may not necessarily, where all of those within that collective may not have your best intent at heart. They may not have the expectations or the interest in you seeing you successful in the same way you want to see yourself successful. It's very important. Top of the morning, Dre. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. It's very important to understand mindset and how your environment and the people you're around and the beliefs that you've been instilled with, how they form you, how they shape you, how they shape who you believe you are or who you believe you can be. Everyone who's stopping in, I need you to understand as you get up this morning and you start your day, as you start to get yourself prepared, as you're ending your day, wherever you are in your day, whether you're headed to the gym, whether you're headed home after work, you need to understand mindset will drive behaviors. And your mindset is based on the things that you believe. If you believe that you're capable of something, you have to make it, you have to make it real. Your belief is based on the work. As they say, a tree should be known by the fruit that it bears. And so if you truly believe that you're capable of something, stop making excuses. Understand it takes time. Understand it's hard work, and know there is it's just you in the morning. There's no there's there's no squad of superheroes. There's no one walking around looking for you with a lottery ticket in their pocket designed to change your life and share with you your purpose. There is you, and what you have is today. You have right now. You have this moment, people. There's a reason why we are shaped in the way that we are, and the ability that we have is for us to be the best version of us. So do not hesitate. Do not wait. Do not believe others' visions for your life when you have the ability to shape your own. Start your morning, start your day, end your day, live your day, whether you're in the middle of your day. I don't care if you're on lunch break from an overnight job, whatever it is. Understand mindset and purpose follows you. It's not just about the wake up. It's not just about what we do when we get up. It's about what we do in our day. How are we using our wake up time? Are we taking this wake up time to truly become fulfilled and knowledgeable? Are we using it to become better, becoming stronger? Or are we just getting up to be up? Are we just up so we can tell people that we get up? Do we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and sit in the bed and continue to scroll solely for the purposes of being able to tell others, hey, yeah, I'm up at 4. I get up at 5. Or are we purposeful? It's the same thing about what time we go to sleep at night. It's the same thing about all of the actions that we take in our life. These actions are going to be the way that we understand whether or not we are actually being purposeful towards our goal. So we have to have action. Decisions have actions. Stop laying around choosing to wake up. Oh, I choose to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I choose to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You chose to wake up, but you haven't decided to do anything. Thus, you lay there in bed scrolling. It is the same thing. It is the same thing when we actually get up and we actually start to do the work, people. I'm excited to be a part of this. I'm excited to share. I'm excited to be here for you guys to wake up to in the morning. Please drop a I'm up and a thumbs up in the chat. I'm just here and I want to continue to encourage you guys. I want to continue to encourage you to believe in your ability to shape your mindset around your future, understanding that you are your purpose. People say find a why. The closest why to find, the simplest why to find is me. My why is me. And then you need to understand how to shape your mindset and drive your behaviors and take your actions towards being the best version of you. This is what it means when it says, never work harder on your job than you do on yourself. Get up, love yourself, forgive yourself, people. This is a very big thing. You have to be mindful of forgiving yourself because there are versions of you, there are time periods of you, whether it was last night, yesterday, a month ago, 3 years ago, 35 years ago. There are versions of you that you were that may have taken actions or made decisions that were not in your best interest. You cannot continue to look back and shame this version of you. You can't continue to take on this destructive view of yourself and who you've been in such a way that it deters you from finding the happiness that you're looking for. It prevents you from achieving the things that you're capable of achieving because it's shaping in you a mindset and a disbelief in yourself as to whether you're worthy, as to whether you can truly do it. And I want to encourage you this morning. I want to make sure that I'm here to share with you that that mindset can be fixed. That mindset can be changed. That mindset, it is important to understand that when you're looking at this mindset and you're looking at your ability and you're looking at your future, it's important to understand that when you correct that mindset, you open up. You open up a world of opportunity. Correct, Andre. Being able to break away from your past, being able to understand, especially if your past is something that's crippling you or limiting you. As you know, guys, I'm only on here from 4:30 to 5, and my time is coming quickly towards the end. I have a few minutes left. I want to take these few minutes to really share and thank you again for being here. Let you guys know what we discussed today And what our focus was today is delayed gratification and understanding by being able to develop a degree of delayed gratification, we can use patience and perseverance along with to build discipline and help us to achieve success. That's important for us. As we go into this day, we want to do so boldly. We want to do so with a belief in ourselves and in our purpose. I want to just say, as Andre was sharing here about divorcing our past, divorcing your past is not about denying its existence. It's about learning to heal and not allowing for it to hold you back. I used to share with friends, especially when we spoke about relationships, that we all go into relationships with a degree of our own baggage. But what we often do is leave relationships with other people's baggage. We leave relationships with things that they've given to us that don't have value. We leave relationships with this additional baggage that has nothing to take into our future to help us or to support us. There are these opinions and these views and this pain that we've had in these relationships that will become a part of managing our future relationships. And so, what we have to do is sometimes we have to stop when we get to the layover, when you're before you arrive at your next destination, go through your carry-on bag. What are you carrying in there that's not yours? What are you walking around with, taking into your life, into your future that doesn't belong to you? Whose trauma? Whose pain? Whose inability to connect? Whose inability to communicate? Whose whose anger are you taking into your future? Whose information and whose mindset are you carrying into your future, into your life that brings it no value? Don't leave relationships and take with you the garbage of the relationship without taking with you the value and the benefit. There are lessons to be learned. People often say there are people who come into your life for a reason, and there are people who come into your life for a season. And I say that they both serve the same purpose because the person who is there for a season is teaching you a lesson and they are passing on to you the opportunity to understand and shape your mindset so that you know what you're looking for, so that you learn how to better choose a relationship, so that you go through the process of understanding you and loving you so you can understand others and love others. That's what the processes do for us. And it takes time. It doesn't happen instantly. And like any work, like any true work and development, there will be challenges and there will be difficulties. But this is how the mindset is shaped. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. And this is how we take charge. I want to again say thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. I appreciate you supporting one another and being up. And as you know, we're here every morning. Also, keep in mind today, guys, at 10:30 uh, Eastern Standard Time, I will be having a sit down and a live together with Stephen Petro. Um, we'll be covering information in regards to development and self-discipline. You can see it over on the channel. You can of course, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when we do go live, you are available to get right in and see the information. Please encourage you to go to the chat or to go to the page, take a look at the bio, see where you can connect with me on other platforms. And once again, guys, thank you for being up this morning. It's a pleasure as always. Go out, own the day.